In today's tutorial, we are going to see how to project thousands of particles on the surface of the monkey, and also we can control these particles using the empty object. So let's get started. I will start with a clean blender scene. Replace the default cube with the Suzanne and set up a fresh geometry nodes tree. From there, we will construct the entire effect one node at a time. The first node we will need is the bounding box. As soon as I connect it, you will notice that the original mesh disappears because the bounding box replaces the existing geometry. To display both at the same time, I will use the join geometry node and combine them together. For this effect to work, I will add a subdivide mesh node and increase the subdivision count to 4, giving us enough resolution while keeping the setup efficient. With the base ready, I'll add an instance on points node and use an ecosphere as the instance geometry. The default sphere is a little too large, so reduce the radius to 0.04 and set the subdivision to 2. This brings us to the key node in today's tutorial, the raycast node. So what exactly does the raycast node do? Think of it as a shooting an invisible ray in a specified direction. Whenever that ray intersects the target geometry, it returns useful information such as whether it hits or misses. Hit means true and misses means false. It works as a boolean operation. And to make the use of that information, I will add a set position node and connect the raycast output as shown. As soon as it's connected, only the spheres whose ray intersect the Suzanne become visible, while the rest remain hidden. That's what creates the particle projection effect. The effect becomes much more interesting once it's interactive. I will add an object info node and select an empty object. Its location output will pass through a vector math node set to scale, and the result will drive the ray direction input of the ray cast node. Watch what happens when I move the empty. The ray direction updates in real time, causing the spheres to slide. This is what gives us the effect. It's satisfying interactive behavior. With the geometry node complete, let's add some materials. I will use a set material nodes, one for Suzanne and another for the instance sphere. Inside the shader editor, I will create a material named monkey and assign any color. For the spheres, I will create another material called random balls. Using an object info node, connect as its random output to a color RAM. The color RAM will generate random color variation, giving every sphere a unique appearance and making the final result much more vibrant. And that's it. We have successfully created this particle projection effect using Blender's geometry nodes and the raycast node. I hope this tutorial helped you understand how the raycast node works and gave you ideas for your own procedural project. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next one.